I'm going to play for you a video. It's recording.
Oh, I thought this was the police department.
You've reached the dispatch center. How can I help you?
Oh, are you police?
We dispatch from the police, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, I was just wanting to know how many pets are people allowed to have, and what do people do if they suspect somebody is hoarding animals?
Like a hoarding situation? Okay.
Possibly.
So what I suggest doing, do you know the address of the house?
No.
Okay. I would suggest maybe calling the dog warden in the morning. You can call this number back in the morning. We are also there after hours, but that isn't something that they would typically go out after hours for. If you could try to get an address, call back after 8 a.m. and they will send somebody out to do like a condition check. See how many dogs are out there, the condition of them, if they're, vaccinated, have their tags and all that.
It's a situation about cats.
It's cats, it's not dogs.
Yeah, cats.
Okay.
I don't think
So,
dogs are
for
involved.
that then, so that would be the SPCA then and not the dog warden.
Oh.
So let me see what their hours are, because they kind of have weird hours.
Yeah. Do you have a number?
I do. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
It's 937
Uh-huh.
925
925, okay.
6602. And it looks like they're open 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday through Friday. And then Saturdays 12 to 3, and they're closed on Sunday. So I would say maybe
12
call them then shortly after 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Have you been getting calls about anybody collecting cats?
So we have gotten an influx of calls about it, but we don't have any yet.
Okay, that is not them saying that there's calls specifically about anybody eating cats, but there's definitely something going on there. They're getting a lot of calls about collections of cats. I have seen various videos of residents. There was one particular YouTuber who did actually drive to Springfield, Ohio, and did actually interview various people of various races. They interviewed Haitians, interviewed DMV, who's giving licenses, refused to acknowledge that they have to take tests. A lot of wrecks happening, people who've had wrecks. There were a black lady who had this Haitian run up behind her at a red light, ran into her. There was just various videos. There was a black guy who's running, I think he's running for mayor. I'm not sure if it's actually legitimate because he does a lot of prank videos, so I'm not sure if he's actually registered running for mayor, but he is actively out there and investigating. He shows up on a scene of wrecks caused by Haitians that are causing wrecks all over the town, and I did notice that the police treated him kind of with hostility compared to a white guy with a camera, so I did notice that in a video. I didn't appreciate that. I don't know what kind of grant money they're getting to take in these influx, but there is a lot of angry people, so it's not to say that there's no complaints, that's not happening. I have not seen one video of anybody actually in that town collecting cats. I mean, seen video of some guy driving around in a van with a bunch of cats. I mean, I don't know if that's not AI generated, but to actually see them out, like the other videos of all the wrecks and stuff happening there. And then you have various people of different ethnicities who are outraged of what's going on there. And I do have concern that if they're not being given tests and being given a driver's license, that is a very big problem. And then to act like they don't have to answer questions. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so then there's people who are like, how dare, they're trying to make it into a Trump thing. Like, this is not a political candidate thing. This is a lot of residents who are complaining. So there is a lot of allegations that they're eating cats, and then they're like calling them racist because they even suggest that Haitians eat cats. Okay, first of all, I think anybody who belittles Haitians for like acting like it's not even a plausibility, I think they're just speaking in ignorance. I have traveled the world. I have been in other cultures, and there are countries who do eat animals that we consider pets. Okay, and I'm going to show you a video of a Haitian woman who's the daughter of a Haitian immigrant, and she does verify. She's a Christian, and she says the purposes of why they do eat cats. And in their country, that's food. To them, it's food. So if there are immigrants who are struggling, I mean, they're looking at those cats like that's food, right? But I'm not seeing the videos. I'm not saying that it's not happening. I'm not debunking it. I'm just saying I'm not seeing the videos. I am seeing videos of a lot of concerning things, a lot of angry residents, the trash, and just the various chaos happening. A lot of wrecks that I have videos of various wrecks I have seen. I have searched the internet, and I do see your typical media trying to act like it's playing the race card. I have also seen a family saying, listen, they've lived there their whole life. They never seen neo-Nazis show up. Okay, and so I think these are planted groups who are, trying to play the race card. And to me, that's racist, because you have a lot of black residents who are very upset. A black veteran who's an older gentleman who was very upset that his disability was taken from him while they're giving resources to all these other people. And he served our country, and he was very nice. He wasn't critical of Haitian people. He didn't blame them for his disability being taken from him, and but he's just saying it how it is. There was a black lady who a Haitian guy ran up and ran into her car at a red light. It's not just white people. It's not, but they're going to play the race card. So I do have problems with the media trying to play this as a race card. And I know there's probably a lot of black people who are Democrats who are thinking that it's actually some, right wing, whatever, but it's not. And I think it's disrespectful to, now for the purposes of voodoo and animal sacrifices, I do have a problem with that. I think that's evil, but I'm not going to judge some Haitian who in their culture that they eat cats. It's gross. It's gross in our country because we love cats. Cats are very beloved in our country, but in other countries they do. Like, for example, I went to South Korea, and they do not, it's not widely practiced, but there are people that in impoverished areas that do eat dogs. It's a thing, right? And so there is an image of a man who is holding some geese that he's gathered. I mean, just imagine if they're in their country over there and they're struggling just to put food in them. They're like, every meal is a struggle, to get food in their mouth, and a lot of stuff going on. And you come over to this country and you see we are a land of plentiful animals everywhere. We got dogs running around. We got cats running around, strays, we've got geese flying everywhere. I can just imagine them just thinking like this is an animal food heaven. And I'm not saying that they all do that, because there was a lot of very respectful Haitians that were interviewed by a YouTuber, but they're not listening. I think that his documentation wasn't the best because, one, he didn't talk to the police. Two, he didn't talk to the Haitians who will tell you things about their culture. And so I think that it's important to listen. So here's what I'm going to show you. This is the daughter of a Haitian immigrant, and her father came here as an immigrant, and she's going to tell you the reasons. And she is a Christian, and so she doesn't, but she's just going to tell you that, very candidly, she's not like judging them for what they're doing, but she wants to tell people who thinks that Haitians don't do this in their culture that it's very disrespectful. You're not even trying to look at what their culture does. And so I'm going to go ahead and mute this because I don't want, but I think her video was very respectful. She wasn't like trying to be judgmental of people who eat cats, but she wants people to know, look, this is a thing. It's a thing. Okay. And so she's a Haitian, she's a daughter of a Haitian immigrant, so she's Haitian. And so I'll just go ahead and let this play, but I think she very respectfully covered the issue that, yeah, this is a thing. And then there's a Jamaican man that I will just show you his video, and he's like, yes, this is a thing. They do this. But are they doing it here? Where, if they're actually collecting cats, why is there not videos of people driving around and picking up cats? There are videos of women and men and various ethnicities complaining that they are doing this, but I don't see any video of them actually doing it. I saw one picture of a man collecting geese, and holding them, I think, like upside down. He had 2 of them. And actually, poultry is, like, I love duck. Duck is good food. But a lot of people love ducks, and I would never go out to a lake and just start collecting ducks. Oh, that looks like a good dinner to me. But I do love duck, right? You know, poultry is, the meat is yummy. Just saying. But if they're doing this, then I don't think it's appropriate for anybody to hide it. If they're just not understanding that in this country that is very largely looked down upon, we're not going to accept you going around collecting animals for food. And again, I'm not saying this is happening or this is not happening. I'm just saying I haven't found the evidence. And to try to make this a race thing, that's a lefty thing. But I do think that if a political candidate is going to mention it, I think they have the responsibility to have access at their fingertips and show examples of the evidence if they're going to present that. I think they just open the door for themselves, feeding fodder to the enemy. I think if they're going to go up there and globally accuse Haitians of eating cats, then I think that they should have video evidence of it. Like when he showed at that one rally where somebody tried to assassinate him, he was showing that, look at these charts, look at these charts. It will be hard for the left to say, oh, this isn't happening. You know what I mean? That they're just being racist. If you're literally showing videos of Haitian immigrants collecting cats, then how are they going to debunk that? You know what I'm saying? And I don't see it. I do see they're giving them licenses, and the DMV is acting like they don't have to be accountable, and they don't have. I saw it in the face of the DMV worker when she was asked, "Are they taking tests?" And she was like, "Oh my gosh," she knows. There's these people never driven. Some of them never driven a car before, and they're coming over here, and they're just doing crazy stuff, like driving into trash cans. And I've seen it. I seen a Haitian say yes, he couldn't. He hit the wrong pedal. He hit the gas pedal instead of the brake and ran into a trash can. Thankfully, he didn't go through. But there's bad wrecks going on there. But then there's just a lot of angry people as well. They think that they're disrespectful. They're doing, throwing just chaos basically. But I don't see the things going on there that's as serious as what's going on in Aurora, Colorado. And by the way, they did arrest 10 gang members, yet you still have left media acting like no gangs are taking over apartments. And I shared a video of recording talking to the Aurora, Colorado police, where they said that they've had non-stop calls about complaints of them taking apartments. And the immigrants there are suffering at the hands of these gangs. It's not just the residents who are suffering, it's the immigrants who are suffering. And they did try to cover that up, but they did, in fact, arrest 10 of those gang members that were, and they said, did take over the apartment complex. And they had to shut apartment complexes down due to crime. So there's a lot of lies going on with the media. It is happening. So I cannot show this video because it is graphic, but this is not fake. And this is just him showing how to properly peel a cat to eat for lunch. And keep in mind, different cultures eat different animals, okay? And to me, it's gross because I grew up with cats as pets, and I just would, but this is not in America. This is somebody over there just doing a tutorial. Literally a tutorial that I cannot show. This show, there was a black person who called in and said, listen, I have the videos of the Haitian immigrant eating my aunt's cat. This is Wake Up with Angela Yee, where this person called in and he said, please, send that video to me. But I do believe that they're turning this into a political thing, and really and truly, this is just a culture and assimilation thing of these immigrants. And I don't like immigrants being used for political reasons. I have a big problem with that. If they're having problems assimilating into society and they're being giving licenses to drive cars, I think that's reckless to them. You're putting their lives in danger. You're putting other people's lives in danger. And it's just wrong. But to try to politicize what's happening with immigrants coming to our country is just wrong. It's just wrong. So this woman who's calling in and saying that, in fact, she has videos I think that this was just a day ago, so I don't know if he plans to put that video up on the internet. I would hope, that they would. And yet, this is another video that I cannot show. I'm not going to show it, but this cat is deceased, so they're not like, but this is happening. This is somebody who is actually, this is real. And this video shouldn't even be on the internet, but it is. But are they like skinning them alive or anything like that? No, I don't believe that that's how, no, I don't even believe that, right? That they would do that. And so this guy is talking about the various things that people eat. I live, near a lake where it's in Oklahoma, and we don't have alligators here, but there was a restaurant here that was called Gators because they serve gator tails, and so the people eat turtle, squirrel, snake, rabbits. I remember being at a potluck dinner one time, and it was at a church. It was a country church, and there was some Native Americans there, and I was like, oh, this is so good, and they were feeding a squirrel, and I didn't even know it. I was like, oh my gosh, I just ate a squirrel, oh my word. But the different cultures do different things. But going around and collecting cats that could be people's pets, because cats are a lot of times outdoor and they allow their cats to roam and whatnot, and so just going around and collecting cats that could be people's pets, yeah, that's not cool. This is a Jamaican gentleman that he was saying, yes, this is a thing. They sacrifice animals for voodoo. Witchcraft is a big thing in that country, and yes, they do eat those animals. Are they going around and collecting cats? Because honestly, they look like they're well taken care of in Springfield, which is making a lot of people mad. I don't see anybody starving out there. Like, where are they getting the cars? All these car wrecks that they're having. And that's real. That's happening, y'all. I've seen the videos. And the Haitians that can't even speak English are trying to explain in very broken English that, well, wrong pedal. Hit the wrong pedal is what happened. Hit the gas instead of the brake. And ran into a trash can and almost through a building. But, oh my gosh, where are they getting the cars? These are people who are coming over with nothing. They are getting a little bit of assistance from the government. These are nice cars. Where are they even getting the cars to even go up there and take a test? Oh, wait, because they're not taking tests at the DMV. They're just getting licenses. And then I guess maybe people are donating cars to them, or maybe they're getting loans. I don't know. But they have some nice cars that be wrecking and stuff. Yeah, that's happening. But, again, it's something they do in their culture, but are they doing it here? Is somebody over there struggling and just, going around collecting cats? I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying that they're not going to admit it unless people collect evidence. So if anybody does have evidence, they need to let me know or share it. Because that kind of thing could be suppressed by the Google algorithm, by the YouTube algorithm, by the Facebook algorithm. When you search for that kind of stuff, there may be evidence out there on the internet that's just being suppressed, right? But just a couple searches, I did find a tutorial, what appeared to be somebody that this is happening, and the wrecks are happening. I'm not sure about that guy who's claiming to run for mayor, because he's doing a lot of clowning things, pranks and stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe he is registered to run for mayor or whatever, but he is very upset, and it's not a race thing. And that's what's making me angry, is don't politicize, don't play the race cards with the immigrants things, because to me, that's like slapping the black people who are complaining. That's like saying, shh, you don't count. Your voice is not going to be heard because we have politics going on here. When you have black people and white people both, and they're saying that even, you have both black and white people who are complaining, how are you going to snuff out the black people's voices who's crying out about this as if they don't matter because you want to politicize this and race card this? To me, that's what they do, though. That's what they do. That's what the left does. There are various videos of Haitians that do eat cats. Okay, they call it barbarity. I'm not going to judge them for eating cats. If that's something they do in their culture, okay, it's just like in South Korea, some people eat dogs, okay, I will judge them if they come over here and start collecting cats that could be people's pets, and it's illegal to do this here, and they need to you need to assimilate into the laws if you want to be here, period. You don't, you need to leave your traditions back there and accept our laws and our ways, and no, you cannot go around and take people's cats. Okay, now, if this person's, I don't have any evidence that this person's in the United States doing this. Okay, I don't have not one single video of a Haitian resident going around in Springfield and collecting cats and having possession of cats. I don't have that. It's probably out there, but I don't have that. I do have a picture of somebody collecting geese. I do have that. But, again, there's definitely, like I said, I showed you in this video, with the very recording that I shared with you, they are, in fact, getting calls about collection of cats.